Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Zach Richmond.
I'm Marla Smolke.
We are the Richmond Realty Group.
Remax the Woodlands and Spring.
Boom, nailed it, loved it. We're rooted locally.
Rich and community.
Oh, you got it, all right. Should I go through our course principles and all that stuff?
Sure.
No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, so hey guys, this is this week's edition or this month's edition of Wisdom Wednesday. So we had asked yesterday during our Think Tank Tuesday just about any questions you might want to ask us, funny, odd things that you just want to ask a real estate agent that you may have never wanted to, thought to, felt embarrassed, thinking it was a stupid question. So, we had some people tell us, some questions, but we did have one question that we did want to address. And by the way, thank you guys for all your support and your submissions. But it's been a good year, and we're just here to share some good news. So, one of the questions, and thank you, it was many that asked. It was about, have you ever had anybody say there were ghosts in the house? And I think you've run into that, Marlos, haven't you?
I have. So, apparently in the house at night, the piano would play by itself and the doors would open. And this had gone on for a number of years. And the lady who lived there was just tired of it happening. And so what she did is she asked a pastor to come over and pray, and the ghost left, supposedly. So
did you guys have to disclose that? Did it have to be disclosed that it was haunted?
No,
No?
because it stopped.
It was exercise. That's hilarious. So it was playing the piano.
Beg your pardon?
It was playing the piano?
Yes.
Did they say what songs?
No.
Beethoven?
Didn't say.
Rock opera? No?
I didn't say.
Didn't say. Well, hopefully they had good taste.
Yeah.
But yeah, we actually were talking about that in our team meeting on Monday, just about haunted houses and how you have to disclose that. So if it is haunted, don't tell anybody. I don't know. Some people might be into that. They want to live in a haunted house.
Not many.
Anyways, yeah, so we've had a lot of people ask us embarrassing stories or just, what's been some funny things that we've experienced on the real estate field. And I got to say, I probably bear the brunt of these stories. But there was one time I was actually showing one of my good friends, actually the guy that I was with when I met Rachel up in Dallas. So he was moving down here with his wife and their son to come down here for work. And so we're out showing homes. Like, I'm still a newer agent, but I'm so excited to have my good friend let me represent him in a city that I know very well. And so we got to see homes, and we opened up this one house, and it was the last one on the list. And man, it was the house was in perfect condition, updated, everything was beautiful on it. And the second we walked in, they fell in love with the house. They literally were like, this is the house that we're gonna raise our kids in. This is the house. Yeah, you know this story. So I go out okay, cool. I'm gonna call the agent hey, let's let them know we're writing an offer. Don't accept any others. You're taking our offer. And so I go outside and I look and the sign says Bill, and I'm like, well, hold on a second. I thought the agent was a female. So I look back at my paper and I actually showed them the house next door, but it was in a circle, so I couldn't see the sign that was behind the other one. So I stopped at the first sign I saw because I thought, all right, well, this is the street, the number's close enough. So I was like, guys, this isn't the house that I was actually intending to show you guys. And so we look at the price, and it was $70,000 more than was in their budget. And so we go into the next house that they could afford, and it was similar floor plan, everything, but it was so out of date. It was in bad shape. And they just were like, Zach, how could you do this to us? Oh my gosh, I called Marlos. I was like, I think I need to quit. I'm done. This is it. And so I took him out to a nice steak dinner. I will say, full disclosure, every story that you're going to hear from us, they all turned out well. Everything's fine, but
the moral to that story was that I showed them the rest of the time.
Yes, and that's actually not a lie. Marlos took it on after that. But no, we all have laughs. We catch up. That was funny. I know I've sent you on some wild goose chases. One thing you'll come to find is I'm maybe not the most organized, and if I am, I may not give you the most full details on stuff. So, there was a time I sent you to a house.
Well, he told me that a couple wanted to sit down and discuss their upcoming listing. We had talked to the husband, but the wife wanted to talk to me. And he said, yeah, I'll go there at 1 o'clock. And Heather said, well, I'm going to. And so we went over there and we were sitting outside. And 40 minutes later, we find out that the couple wanted to talk to us at a house that they were looking at to purchase 40 minutes away.
So they were sitting outside the house for 40 minutes because I told them, hey, they want to talk about their house. What I forgot to tell them is this is the house that they wanted to meet them at. I printed off the papers for everybody to see, and they didn't think anything of it.
The clients called 40 minutes later and said, where are you? Well, we're here. And I said, you're where?
So, anyways, that's another steak dinner that I purchased for
me.
Yeah. Well, she wasn't the happiest with me.
I wasn't the happiest, but I got over it.
Full disclosure, we found that Marla's found them a great house, and they absolutely love it, and they're doing great, and they're awesome people. So that one was another one that was kind of funny. Yeah, when you're out on the real estate field showing properties, everybody thinks it's going to be like what you see on the TV shows. But, you run into everything. There was one time I was telling the guys from Nebula who was filming this right now, I was telling them how there was one time I had never met this client before. They called in and said, hey, I want to see this house. I was like, great. Can't wait to meet you. Gonna look forward to it. So I go to the house. I try and get there early just to make sure, I beat them so they're not waiting on me. And so when I get to the house, this guy walks up, and I thought it was going to be him and his wife, but I was like, oh, you know what? Hey, it's all good. Maybe she's coming later. So I said, hey, let's go inside. Let's check it out. He's like, awesome. So we go in the house, we start touring. And then about 7 minutes into it, like this other couple shows up at the door. And I was like, hey, can I help you with anything? And the couple's like, well, hey, Zach, we're here to see this house. And I was like, wait, what? So I look at the guy. He's like, oh, I was just a neighbor walking by. I saw you standing there. I thought it was an open house. So I was like, oh, my God. So I showed this guy this house that was a neighbor, and I thought it was my client's. And I guess to say we had a good laugh about that. So
yeah, well, stranger things have happened, that's for sure. So my strangest encounter was I was listing a house, and I was moving a fake ficus tree so that it wouldn't be in the photo. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw this black cat leap into the air, and he landed on the calf of my leg and sunk his fangs into my calf and pulled down. And so that was probably the strangest thing that's ever happened to me because I had a severe cat bite.
Yeah.
He didn't like the fact that I was moving his ficus tree.
So this was up in Dallas before Marcia moved down here, and I think Marcia was like, she told the lady she was listing the house with, hey, your cat bit me. And she's like, oh, yeah, he does that all the time. We're just like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, you might not want to keep that cat around some showings. I think there could be some liability issues.
Yeah, that's right. It was a good thing the cat bit me and not a potential buyer.
Yeah, right. That's not a deal seller. But, I mean, you see everything. And pets, that's always a funny thing, too. I've let out multiple pets where I've had to call the owners and the agents like, hey, how do I round up your cat? How do I round up your dog? Like, I've run around streets. But there was one time, there's just this dog just walking in the neighborhood, and I didn't think anything of it. So I go to open up the door, and then all of a sudden the dog runs in the house, and I'm like, oh my God, I just let this dog in this house. And turns out it happened to be the cul-de-sac dog, and, he went into everybody's house, and would go to the garage at night. But you see a lot of funny things, and so, just with everything going on with COVID and Corona and everything in this world, we just thought we'd share some good news and be more uplifting, more bright, more, just light about things. The world is funny, and everybody's job is funny. You're always going to have some crazy things that happen. I think I've had some wild things happen, but you just sit back and you laugh about everything. So hopefully when all this is done, everybody's back to normal, we can laugh about things. Events are coming back. People are now getting back to work. There's kids going back to school. So we're going to get back to our normal lives here soon. Hopefully before the end of the year. If not, 2021, it's going to be an awesome year. And they'll be talking about this in the textbooks, and hopefully we can just laugh about it, have some drinks, and hopefully there wasn't anything too permanent that happened during this time. So, if you have funny stories, anything like that with your work, share the goods, share the joy, share the kindness. We love what we do. We've got an awesome team. We're thankful for it, and we're thankful for all our supporters and friends. So
we love our job.
I laugh at her all the time. She's the funniest person.
Yeah, he laughs at me all the time. That's why he says he needs me to stick around another 35 years. He needs 35 more good years out of me so he can make fun of me.
I do. It's absolutely true. And it's meant with love. But hey, guys, if you guys have anything funny to share, go ahead, share it with relatives, friends. You can share in the comments below. Love you guys. Welcome to this lighthearted edition of Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you for your submissions. Thank you for all your comments. Marlis, thank you for everything.
Thank you, Zach. I love you.
All right. I'm Zach Richmond.
I'm Marlis Mulkey.
We're rooted locally.
Richmond Community.
Who are we?
Richmond Realty.
She hesitated. Love you guys.